from ASBM MBA, and I'm Priyanka. He is Vivekanantham, and he is Sabari Inigo, and he is Anusuya, and we are here to take interview with sir. And it's a practical task to us to know the roles and responsibilities of our HR, and we are here to interview sir.
Okay, you are on the MBA HR specialization students, or what is your specialization in MBA?
Sir,
First year is general, sir. First year is general, second year only take the specialization. Yes, sir.
So you will be choosing your specialization in the second year. Okay, go ahead.
Sir, can you have little note about yourself?
A little note about myself. I have been in HR function for the past, say, 35 years. And I have worked in industries like chemical industries, textile industry, automobile industry, and now I am in the heavy engineering industry. I work here as the HR director. Yeah, and it's about 35 years of service in this field. Okay. Yeah, tell me.
So do you completed MBA, sir?
I did not complete the MBA, but I did my MA social work in Loyola College, Chennai, with the specialization in personal management, relations, and labor welfare. At that time, it was called MA social work. Now I think they have changed it as MSW. So I have also done my law.
When a strategy is framed in organization, how HR planning takes place?
Which strategy you are talking about? Okay, strategically, the strategy for growth of the organization. Okay, for when there is a growth of an organization, or when the organization focuses on growth or development, suddenly manpower and the HR function gets involved in it, because without appropriate and required manpower to the skills required, to the management skills required, to the blue-collar workers skills requirement, we have to recruit appropriate to manpower, and the manpower planning is one of the important roles of HR. So in any organization where there is a strategic growth or strategy is planned for growth of the organization, certainly HR will get involved.
So that's all your role, sir.
Meaning what?
So your role is only recruiting employees. That's it.
Or HR function. HR function, as far as here it is concerned, not HR. Have you any idea about HR? Human resources. Human resources development is right from the person coming in, or when there is a conceptual planning of having some people in an organization, the HR function starts. The recruitment, the selection, the onboarding of the people, and the required training, and their development, the motivation of the individuals, salary and wages planning for the people, then their growth, development in the organization, their personal development, and developing them to meet the requirements of the organization, and then promoting them. That's the kind of motivation a person should have in an organization. So it is there. So it's in anybody's work life, HR function is involved. Till he, ever since he enters into the company and till he goes out of the company by retirement or superannuation or by any other reason. Till then, the HR function is involved. HR is involved in that. Yes. Okay.
You can ask me
Yes, last time.
Anything else?
Sir, can you share about your recruitment process?
See, we have the recruitment process. That will give you a clear picture of how the HR involvement is in it. When there is, see for example, you asked for the strategy of an organization, strategy, how you are involved in the strategic process of your organization. Yes, the company wants to develop or the company gets started, then they will have a planning as to how many employees they should have to produce what, and the production planning will be done, and for the production planning how many employees are required will be strategically planned at that time itself. So then the process here what is followed is when there is a requirement, there is an approval process. It is not just like that. I mean the approval process is on to get the approved number of employees for the roles which are required, and the department gives us the job description of the individuals, and from that job description we outsource people. People are sourced through various agencies or from, we don't advertise, we only go to the consultants and get the required candidates. Now the advertisement has come down because there are a lot of agencies which recruit people and then refer them to the organizations. So that is how we go about. And then we select, then they are on board.
Sir, do you practice remote work and work from home?
See, as it is a manufacturing industry, we discourage work from home, or work from home may not be that very meaningful. How will you produce work being at home? It's an industry which produces machines, heavy engineering industry. It is a heavy engineering industry and we produce very big, heavy engines and machines. So therefore, we don't encourage. As far as possible, we require the people to come down here to the factory. In the present pandemic situation, we allowed some of the functions to work from home. Not all. See, like finance, some of the engineering, design engineering people, they have been working from home, but generally we advise other people to come to the factory and work.
Can you share about employee appraisal and feedback techniques practiced in your organization?
See, the appraisal process is like this. See, by the year beginning, based on the company's objective for the year, it is the HODs, the head of the departments plan their objectives, and then it comes down, percolates down the line, and every executive or every supervisor will have their own objectives framed. That is in the beginning of the year. So that is to fix up, to specify the date that by 31st of January, all the executives and all the managers frame their objectives in consultation with their managers. So then it is documented. It is all the whole process is online. We have the very systematic appraisal system. Then by middle of the year, say by mid-June, we start the midterm review. It goes on for a month, and then during the time of midterm review, they sit with the managers, discuss with them, and if there is any modification to be done to meet the requirements, whether increasing the objectives or adding the objectives or deleting the objectives which are not required, then the final year-end appraisal will start in November 15th. It gets over by 25th of December or end of 31st December. So the whole year's process is very systematic and it goes by date-wise. And based on that, the appraisal is completed and then the ratings are given to the employee, to the team members, and the manager discusses with the team members about their performance. And depending upon the performance, the ratings will be given from 1 to 5. So that is how it goes.
Sir, which training you give more importance of the job or on the job training?
See, instead of you asking which training you give importance, the training is identified by the individuals. The team member identifies what is the training he requires to better function in the job he is involved in. That in consultation with his manager, so he can also frame what about his own growth as well as for the benefit of the organization. He will identify certain training programs. In consultation with the manager, he puts that into the objectives also as his personal development objective or professional development objective. So during that period of 1 year, he completes it, or if he chooses some program which will last for more than a year, it gets prolonged for more than a year. So it is more the manager and the team member who discuss and identify the training need for the team member, and that is organized by HR.
Sir, how long you expect an employee stay during minimum year in your company, sir?
We will appreciate if they stay here, they join here and retire in this company. But at least we expect about 5 years. 5 years is a reasonable period, They come in and they get trained, they get to know the job, and there is a lot of investment on the persons by the company. And if they immediately go within a year or two, then it's a loss to the company. By the time he learns, he goes off. So instead, if he at least serves for 5 years, it would be good for the organization. We expect the individuals to stay longer.
Sir, is there any computer-based application that you follow in your HR system?
Now everything is computer-based only. See, for example, salary administration. This appraisal system which I explained to you is totally computerized. And they give the input in the system, and then as a form of objectives, and then their performance, their feedback, everything is given in the objective, in the computer system only, and then it is discussed, and then the comments of the managers, of the team members are also given input in the computer, and everything is computerized. Attendance, wage and salary administration, appraisal system, everything is computerized.
Can you share about the compensation practices?
Compensation practices, I would say that we pay a reasonably good salary to the individuals. The compensation is depending upon the individual's experience and the kind of role he is appointed for. All those aspects will be, and the number of years of experience. It all depends. We don't have a scale of pay kind of thing in this organization. Depending upon the individual's role and the skills he has already acquired, his salary will be fixed, and it will be a reasonable salary so that he may not leave the company immediately. I don't say that it will be, what do you call, extraordinary salary will be paid to retain them. No, it depending upon the individual's role and the responsibilities, the salaries will be fixed.
So how you pay awards on your students?
We have very good motivational programs. See, it is not that rewards and awards only will motivate the people. It is the rewards and awards are mainly for motivation purpose. We identify, see, for example, we have the team member of the month scheme, and there will be a lot of nominations which will come from the departments, and we sit together, and then the HOD, a few HODs sit together and we analyze which one would be the best, and then we give them the team member of the award. And there are also other motivational awards given on various occasions. Like we give every year champion award for various initiatives. Say safety champion, a cost saving champion, and then a champion who has done very good job in housekeeping. Various parameters are listed out, and then they are identified and given awards. Then we also motivate people by giving them, see, we have a post-it slip which you can see across this corridor, where the people, if I find somebody doing very good job, or if I come across, I just write a note and paste it on the board. And when the person reads it, he feels happy. We have awards, we have annual awards also, and then it is all thank you card. That is the motivation. See, if he has done, a colleague of mine has done a very good job, or he has contributed something which is noteworthy, then I write a thank you card. It's all printed, but I sign it and give it to him, appreciating the job or appreciating the work he has done. So that is how it is they are being appreciated.
How many employees working here?
Here I would say all put together about 750, out of which about 100 people are working outside Hosur and Bangalore, because meaning there are service and sales people. In the factory there are about 650 people.
Sir, can you share about your company culture, sir? Your industry culture.
Sorry?
Can you share about your industry work culture, sir?
Diversity management.
Diversity management. See, we encourage people of various linguistic background, various gender, various states and everything. It is a multicultural situation, particularly this town being a town close to the border. We have a lot of people from Karnataka state, and not only that, we have not many people from across the country. It's a diverse culture. So we encourage people from different cultures so that their contribution will be also be beneficial to the organization.
Sir, please share about your career management opportunities.
Career management opportunity or career growth opportunity?
Career management opportunities.
What do you mean by that? Career management also. We do encourage people to grow, definitely. And as I told you, explained to you, the performance appraisal system is one of the parameters to identify the people who perform very well. So they will be encouraged and they will be promoted based on their consistent performance. And there is very good opportunity here. There are a lot of people within the 12 years of this company's existence in this place. Many people have grown in their career, and there are even some senior managers in that level.
So please explain about your employee grievances management.
We have a very good grievance management system. There is a team of people consisting the workers' representative as well as the management representatives. They meet every fortnight. The grievances are brought down to that meeting, and whatever could be resolved immediately is being resolved, and whatever could not be resolved or whatever could not be addressed will be explained to them, and if as far as possible it is escalated to the higher management, and if the higher management, after the higher management's approval, the grievances are resolved. It works very well, and it is the good industrial relations situation we have in this company is an proof or evidence for having had the good grievance redressal system in our factory.
So how do you plan employee orientations and illness parties during onboard training, sir? New employee, onboard training of new employee.
We have, see what do we do? I mean, the first 3 days we allot for orientation. Once the person joins the company, they are briefed about the organization, and every HOD, or in the case of in the absence of the HOD, another person, a senior person come from the function will come and brief the new joinees about the function, the kind of work activities they are involved in, and the contribution they can make to the organization and to that function, and how that function will help the employees will be discussed and shared with those new joinees. Of course, onboarding is a process. You know, I mean, as soon as he comes, we give them the forms which are statutorily required, like the nomination forms, the addresses, the details about his, bank details for salary disbursement and all that will be collected. Then we give them a welcome kit which contains their stationery, HR policy document, and the laptop, and the papers which required